I just wanted to start off and say, like, it's so crazy that in today's world, someone living in the USA and someone living all across the world can just meet on a
Yeah,
platform. 2 days later, schedule a meeting. It blows my mind.
yeah,
But
100%.
if you just want to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your background.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. As you said, it's so cool just finding each other on the new platform of Meta called Threads, and then just working it out over one day on social media. It's a lot of fun, and I really love the hustle. So yeah, a little bit about myself. I'm 21 years old from Norway. My name is Tobias, and I started my kind of hustle journey when I was 13 years of age. And everything started when I was selling newspaper. I was walking door to door to door selling newspaper. And the reason I did it, it was that I got €5 or $5 every single week from my parents from doing the dishes and doing the boring stuff at home. And then I saw like these article about like you can sell newspapers and you can make like $2 every single time you sell something. And I was like, okay, that sounds more fun than washing the dishes, doing everything at home. It was super boring. And that's when I got the mentality of you can really do something with your life and actually get something in return. And then later on, when I got introduced to the digital online space when I was 15. I created a lot of different Facebook marketplaces and stuff like that when I was 16. Got into affiliate marketing when I was 17. Everyone talking about affiliate marketing these days. I had no idea what it was back in the days because it was zero influencers talking about it. I didn't have TikTok. It wasn't really a thing. It was still Musically, you know how it is. So I got into that when I was 17, and when turned 18, I got into proper sales, and then 19, I got into network affiliate marketing, a little bit of a leveraged way of doing affiliate marketing, and that I've been doing together with now the community that we created, Network23, for 2.5 years full time now. So that's an awesome journey. So never really been in a normal job, only commissions and only business.
Yeah, so you got started when you were super young. So obviously you've had a passion that has kind of been within you before you even were of like a working age or post school or so what do you think started that, like you said you were selling newspapers, I believe, or around your neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah,
Why do you think you had that drive at such a young age to do that?
yeah. It's really interesting actually because my parents, they're teachers, right? And they don't have like a crazy mindset of anything. Like we pay down our house now, so we're like good at saving, but that's it. No investments, no business, nothing like that. But I think like genuinely, like it's a really weird answer. But I thought about it like when I was on another podcast the other day. Like we spoke a little bit around it and we went like in depth on it. And I really believe that like I had the collector mindset. I really loved everything when it comes to football cards, Pokemon cards, these like figurines when I was like 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. And I think that I got the perception of value and I got the perception of exchanging value because I was like almost trading with these other kids and stuff like that. So I think that I valued stuff at a young age. And when I got that kind of valuation, like combined with money, I remember when I was in child school, the child school, I was together with my friends and they were playing FIFA all the time, right? And I remember when they were buying and selling players. Not everyone can relate to it, but it's a game on inside of FIFA called Ultimate Game. That's like you can buy and sell players, right? I'm not a FIFA player myself, but I saw that they were buying and selling and buying and selling with a like a margin. They were doing like 5%, 10% on their FIFA coins every single transaction. And at the same time they were playing FIFA, I was doing the same on Facebook Marketplace, like in their living room, doing the exact same thing, but with real money. So I got like the perception of like you can do it in game, but you can also do it in the real world. And that
Mhm.
was really interesting to me. So I think that's where it came from, to be honest. And then it just scaled over time. And now don't love reading books, but I love to listen to books like Audible and stuff like that. And then educating myself on YouTube, podcasts, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm similar where like my form of entertainment that I watch is kind of to learn. None of it is just pure entertainment. It's kind of you always got to extract value some way you can.
Yeah,
I have a similar background where like I started shoveling snow with my cousin. We called it
yeah,
ASAP snow removal when I think I was 8 years old or something. He was about 2 years older than me. So I was always kind of the younger one coming along. But that got me started in my entrepreneur hustler mode journey when because he's also my best friend. He's my cousin. He's my best friend. So when I was working with him, we're just having fun. I'm obviously shoveling snow isn't fun, but when you're with someone you enjoy passing the time with, it's fun. So that kind of triggered in my mind that you can make money in ways that doesn't actually feel like work 100% of the time, and you can make it.
Yeah.
There's tons of ways to make money. You just have to find something that you love and you want to do, and it'll come. So that's why I
Yeah.
started this. And I feel like I'm kind of behind the eight ball in terms of America is so focused on education, go to school. The high school I went to, every single person went to college. So I was
Yeah.
forced that route. And when I was a sophomore or junior in college, I realized I'm a bio major. So, like, what I'm doing now is not even in the same realm of what I was studying in college, which I did get a degree in biology. I was like a junior, and I was like, I know my passions are pulling me towards finance and towards anything creative. I wanted to be creative, but I'm a junior and I have so much money invested in this bio degree. Got to finish, but now I'm pushing for this. So I don't know. That's just a little bit about my background and Foster Finance, how that came to be. Right away, I knew talking to you just through DMs and whatnot, I knew it would be an interesting conversation. If you want to go through a little bit about what you're working on now with your, what is it called again? 23 or
Network 23 is our community.
yeah, so let's hear a
Yeah.
little bit about that.
Yeah, awesome. So again, back to when I started inside of the field of affiliate marketing, I saw like the money side of things, but I really like I didn't get the value, the legacy stuff, the long term and the fun stuff, you know, like I don't find affiliate marketing just selling a product you don't care about. I don't find it too much like entertaining. I don't find it like you don't create legacy with it. Maybe if you find something super original you can, but usually it's just a quick buck, right? And when I started to like explore different kind of ways, I got into cryptocurrency in 2018. A lot of different things. Like I studied a lot of blockchain, but it wasn't like my thing. Not because I lost money. I made a lot of money on it because I was early adapter. Like everyone getting in 2018 or earlier, of course they make money from it. It's not, it wasn't hard. I didn't trade. I just kept it and I made money, you know. But I was always looking for a way to like do all of the things. Like you need to have fun, you need the passion, because if you make your job your hobby you never have to work again, right? That's how I look at things. So when I started to think like, how can I have fun, how can I make money, how can I impact people positively, like if you find those three things, I start to like look into business models that I think gives you that. And of course the time freedom, the money freedom, and you don't want to just spend a lot of time doing something that's inefficient, because then you just throw time and money out of the window, right? So I looked into like these kind of communities, because if you truly like genuinely build up a community from ground zero, with the intention of educating people, helping people, taking action together, traveling together, promoting stuff together, finding like the loopholes in life, as I call them. Like I have a document that's called like loopholes in the different industries that I've been in. And I tried to make like these arrows, like if I buy this and then sell it to this provider, and then I turn it back there and back to like, then I have a money loop, you know, like when you start to like find these kind of like things, they're everywhere. Like genuinely, with a piece like a pen and a piece of paper, if you sit down and you try to like make like those kind of money loops, some of them make you 2x, some of them make you 10x, some of them even 100x. You just need the money to put in the money loop. But if you have a community based around that kind of concept and everyone like shares it all the time, like if you have a group on WhatsApp or Telegram or Facebook with 5 individuals, even Snapchat for the people using that, I don't use it anymore because it wasted all my time, but 5 people, and you have one rule: every time you win you have to share it in a group, every time you lose you have to share it in a group. What do you think that kind of compounding of everyone's knowledge will be, right? If I like fuck up, I wasted like 2K on something that was really, really bad. Okay, then I tell the other boys or the other girls in that group, like, don't do this. It didn't work. It wasn't good at all. It was a bad experience. And then the other people save that money and then they do it in return. So then like you compound a lot. And I was like really blessed to get under the wing of some amazing mentors making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month in their businesses. And inside of the concept we do now, like you can just copy each other. Basically you can copy each other with your kind of twist on it. And that's what I love, because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't even have to improve it that much because a lot of things are really, really working. And when we created this community, we didn't just want to like, we don't want to just like tell you about the best books, the best videos, the best podcast. Let's develop ourselves, become the best version of ourselves. That's a lot of like communities out there like that. We want to do that, but we want to combine it with people actually making money. And how do you do that? You need the systems, you need the tools, you need the stuff to promote. You need to make it like a no-brainer on every aspect, not only the knowledge and the education and stuff, but you also need, this is what you can build, this is how you start your business, this is how you trade, this is how you invest, this is how to make your money grow, this is the money loops that we are making. And then people coming into the community, they have everything. They have the mentorship, they have the guidance, they have the products, they have the services. So that's basically Network 23. That's how we came up with everything, and we're partnered up with a company from Dubai. They paid out $90 million last year alone, and they want to be $1 billion company before 2030. And if you just like ride those kind of waves, you're going to make money in the process. And since it is a amazing community, traveling together, doing business together, masterminding together, it's an amazing experience. And yeah, that's why I love it.
So would you say it's like a support mentorship community for people who are, is it for like social media creators or is it for anybody trying to get involved in any business?
It's really for everyone, because when it comes to like the digital space, I look at it like really simple, because sometimes you have to dumb it down because people are not sure where to look, what to do. So for the people that have never made money online whatsoever, I usually tell them that you have two main ways of making money. You can influence other people, create value, sell something, promote something, do a business, or you can make your money grow. You can invest, right? And the thing is that if you do one of them or you combine them, that's really powerful. And that's like what we do in Network 23. So we have the education, how to invest, how to make your money grow, how to trade, how to do this kind of stuff, like step by step by step. If you have never heard about Bitcoin, never heard about Forex, never heard about indices, stocks, we got you like everything from ground up, like from really, really amazing people, with everything there, but also like the business part of things, your mindset, personal development, what to promote, how to set up your funnel pages, just everything there. So it is for everyone, but also the influencers that wants to get into business. So it's for the man on the street. I really love that kind of businesses, because then you can really speak to anyone without thinking that, maybe it's not for this guy, maybe it's not for her, maybe it's not for him. This is actually for anyone, and that's why we created it.
And what's the significance behind the name Network 23? Is there any, or is it just catchy name?
Yeah, yeah. So the thing is that when it comes to like our industry, when it comes to network affiliate marketing, like these companies just pops up and they fall down, and these teams, they just come and they go, and communities are everywhere. So like instead of just having like these like cool names as like Lion Team, or just some fancy stuff with a lion and a shield or whatever you represent, we really wanted to do something special and something really like long term. So when it comes to the branding, like it is one guy inside of the network affiliate space. He's making today $700,000 every single month, and he died in 2019. Okay, so he's grandchildren, and children, they have his account making $700,000 every single month because of what he created. And the education system behind that concept, it was called Network 21. Okay, so we have been really studying like, what did they do, how did they really create, like they created a community of 14 million people. Is one of the biggest community to ever exist in the entire planet. And now that like that is kind of like not dying out, but they don't use the name anymore, they don't use the educational platforms and stuff, we thought that if we want to create the biggest network on earth, and we founded it in 2023. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, but we rebranded and really refocused our revision now in 2023. We want to like, we really want to salute that guy, really like pushing his legacy forwards, and also do the 23 because of the year we're in. So that's really the story behind it.
Yeah, that's super cool to pay homage to that guy who started kind of the whole space, it sounds like. Um,
Yeah.
so how has the reception been? Are you getting a lot of people who are eager to join? And you said you started this year, right? So it's only like 6 months old?
Yeah, so like again, as Network23, like it's basically like we have the Instagram, we have the branding, we have the website, we have the onboarding hubs and everything, but it's not like it's not like a company. The company we're connected with from Dubai, that's like what we operate through and stuff. So the thing about everything we do now, anyone that's online today that just telling me like, bro, I'm willing to put in the work, but I don't know where to go, that's like that's like the perfect thing. Like so many people tell me like online today, like, bro, tell me whatever, I'll do it, because they're just like so willing to put in the work, you know. Not everyone are willing to put in the work. Like my mentor always says that the people wanting to be rich, they don't know what wealth is, but they want to be rich. They really think that I want to become rich because I want to spend money like the rich. They don't want to think like the rich. They don't want to produce like the rich. They don't want to work like the rich. They want to spend like the rich, right? But you have to adopt the other kind of mindset in order to do the other thing, right? And that comes back to everything as Network23 when it comes to people really wanting a part of it, because they know that we have the guides, they know that we have the steps, but not only like the empty steps where it's like these kind of courses and then go find your own way. It's like a step by step with everything. So it's like the tools, the resources, how to start your business, your funnel pages, and we also host everything. Like inside of the business, we do everything. You don't have to use any third-party software in your entire business, and that's something that's really cool. So you don't have to like think about what kind of companies to use and how to set up your business.
So I'm assuming you charge like a monthly fee for people to have access to this?
Yeah, so the company that we have linked up with, they have different kind of solutions when it comes to learning how to trade, getting discounts on your travels, a lot of different things like that. And then like inside of Network23, that's basically just like an incubator that you put yourself in with positivity, resources, bonus calls, weekly team calls and stuff. And that's like completely for free. So everyone that buys the products from the company that we're working with, and that starts as low as $199, right? So it's like people out there taking $5,000 for their courses. Like, bro, I got you, come here. It's really, really cool because Network23, everything we do there, like the insanity of that value, like thousands of dollars just by resources inside of that, and accountability, mentorship, you can't like price it. That's just like included because we want to grow everything when it comes to the community and the thing that we do. So that's really cool. So we have something for everyone.
So when I was looking on I think on your Instagram bio, it links to like a website called Beacon AI. Is that the company in Dubai that is the one you're partnered with?
So no, it's Beacon AI is just like a link tree. So I just put some information
Oh,
there,
okay.
and yeah. So that's yeah.
Got it, got it, got it. So,
So that's a quick tip to everyone there. If you don't want to use Linktree, like Beacon AI, it's much better.
mhm. Oh, every company that does anything is going to get replaced by some kind of AI, like
Yeah.
for cost-effective, better version. But so it sounds like a lot like your company is. I don't know if you like this comparison or not, but Hustlers University type of. Do you know what that is? You know what that is,
Yeah,
right?
of course. The
Yeah,
real world Hustlers
yeah.
University. Yeah,
It's
definitely. The only thing is that like that's an amazing platform. I'm not going to say anything else. But again, this is like much more complex when it comes to you're also getting the software and the tools and the trading providers and everything when it comes to the company owning the software, making like you're using millions of dollars on developing it. So instead of only having like the trainings and the motivation and stuff like that, you also have the softwares, the applications in App Store, Google Play. You have like genuine like platforms that's like really, really good that the company owns. So it's not only the Discord channel, you know?
Could you talk to that end a little bit? Like when you say you get the software access, so if you log in or create an account on Network 23, you also get the access right there on the website, or like how does that work? How do you get access to the software?
Yeah. So the softwares that we do, the thing is about like affiliate marketing, it spreads basically everywhere because so many people are doing ads, TikToks and stuff like that. And then you have affiliate network marketing that goes a lot through the network of the people to the people to the people. So it spreads like much more organically, right? And the cool thing about that is that basically in order to get access to everything, you need to speak to someone that knows it, right? Because then you actually get the guidance, you get the mentorship, you get the help, instead of just like buying something online from a random guy and then being confused. How does it work? How do I do this? How do I do that? So it's much more personal. So like to gain access to everything, you just speak to people being involved with it. Like myself, I'm always answering all the DMs on Instagram, all the DMs everywhere, and just yeah, trying to find the best solution for the people. I don't care too much about the selling part of things, because the big money for me is when I create like truly a movement and then really move people's lives and help them to make money. That's how I get the big commissions. So again, I always try to find the best solution for the people through personally guiding them. And then we have a lot of videos and stuff as well.
Are you familiar with the account on social media? It's called Katie.Melissa.
No, let me check it out. What is it about?
It's this woman who, I don't know, she's
AI, yeah.
yeah,
Or
she's been interacting with like some of my content, and I want to talk to her so bad because I think she does affiliate marketing like you do, and she has a platform where she like helps other people do it. But she's able to like travel the world. That's I think what's so attractive to me is being able to work from anywhere, and she's able to travel the
yeah.
world and still operate these businesses. So anybody who's using your products, is that like do they have freedom of working from anywhere?
Yeah, when you start to really master it, you have the freedom. Like usually when it comes to trading, I thought trading was a thing where you have to spend 3 years mastering it. But when I see like a lot of, I don't like the word students, I don't usually use it, but like the people in our programs, people on our platforms and stuff, when they like commit themselves for like 3 to 6 months, usually they see like they can actually live out of it. And when you can live out of your phone and it's cheap to like, bro, like I talk to a lot of people, like I ask them how much do you think it costs to fly to the other side of the globe, right? It is actually cheap. Like sometimes you can find planes for $500, sometimes you can find it for 750 from Norway, and Norway it's like expensive to fly from, you know. So a lot of people like thinking that I have to make so much money to travel the world and make money from my phone. No, not really. If you make 3, 4, 5K from your phone and you travel to places in Asia, or you travel to like cheaper Europe regions and stuff, you can like live your best life on social media. Of course, you have to like leverage it in order to stack up money, because if you spend a lot of money, you can't like stack up anything or leverage anything. But in order to like live a little bit, it's fully possible.
And when you were talking in the very beginning about all the stuff you've done so far in your life already, would you do you still do any of those, or does this mission and company take up like all of your time now?
Yeah. So the cool thing about what we do now is like we usually refer as like I talk to people that some people do it as a hobby, some people do it as a side hustle, some people do it as a full time, and some people do it all the time, right? And I refer myself as the fourth one. I'm really like I'm all in when I do something, because I was all in sports, and then I was all in business, and then I got all in sales, and then I got all in this project. So for me, like scaling my vision as we go is like it doesn't take too much time, and I'm really enjoying everything and the freedom that comes with it. But still, if you want to go like really far in anything you do, of course you have to really tunnel vision on that thing. So at the moment, like I have 3 sources of income that's basically like inside of the same ecosystem under the same roof. So you don't have to like focus a lot of places, but still have a couple of incomes. But the thing that I did like before, I just leveraged that as the knowledge into what I do now, and then do what I do now on a full-time basis.
That's great. You've used everything you've done kind of to build upon and use it as this. And you said you were focused on athletes. So which sport did you play before?
Yeah, so again, in the States, like they play a lot of hockey. So every time I say this, they ask if it's like the version on ice. But I played floorball. I don't know if you know the sports, but it's ice hockey without the skates, without the ice, and with like a softer ball. And then I also played golf, and golf everyone knows about. So I started those two sports when I was 4 years old, and then I was competing a lot when I was 13 till I got 18, and then I broke my collarbone, like the bone going over here, and then I was like, what should I do now? And then from the hospital bed, I actually took a decision to start my like third business or something, like third side hustle, going into like a different variation of affiliate marketing actually. And that kind of got me into the context that I needed to start what I do today.
Is floorball like a big sport over there?
It's not anything crazy, but last year we got the license of sending it to like one of the biggest broadcasting televisions. So it's like it's growing, it's rapidly growing, and that's what I do on TikTok as well. Like I do like floorball trick shots and stuff on TikTok. So I do that more than business almost because I really don't care about. I don't need to attract too much people because I'm really like glad where I am today and helping a lot of people coming to me. So I don't have to be like sell out on social media. So I usually just do like trick shots and fun stuff on TikTok.
That's funny. The way you described it
Yeah.
sounds a lot like, I don't know if you've heard of like field hockey, but I guess that your sport, floorball, is
Yeah, it
yours.
is field hockey on a little bit of a smaller pitch, and then a little bit softer ball, so you don't like need helmets and stuff.
That's really cool. So, and when you were talking before, you were saying about how you kind of go all in on anything you're focused on that point. And I think that's,
Yeah.
I mean, you see it with like Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, all these people who are dominant in their field or their aspect. They are all so obsessed with like being the best at what they do. So I think that's a real key for anyone who wants to be the best at what they do. You have to like go all in. There is no one foot in, one foot out.
No, I totally agree. Like, I really love the concept of a lot of people being shaped by society into thinking that they want something they don't really want. Like, if you ask, like, let's say you ask like 15, 16-year-old boys and you ask them what you truly desire and what you want, and they answer like a lot of money, this car, this private jet, like a lot of these like bullshit things. Like, I don't desire that like at all. When you really like sit down with me and we try to find out why I'm doing things, I don't care really about that. I care about the freedom. I would love that kind of car. I would love that kind of like that kind of level of wealth. But when it comes to society just like shaping you into wanting something, it's really important to really sit down with yourself and think like, what do I actually want? And
Mhm.
that's really, really important, because or else you're tricking yourself into an industry that you don't want to be in. Because if you think that, oh, what Tobias does sounds like amazing, so I'm just going to do that because of the money, you will not make too much money here because you don't have the passion. If you genuinely want to learn the markets, if you want to learn how to trade, how to invest, or you love speaking to people, you want to create a presence, you want to inspire other people, you want to do that kind of stuff, then you're going to make a hell of a lot of money here because you have your passions aligned with something that's super efficient. And that's the formula of like the ultra success.
I totally agree, and I think that's a big problem in the USA of the way the culture is shifting to just, I don't know, so flashy and just the incentives are all wrong. So, but have you been to the USA before?
No, when I get that answer, I said that I went to Colombia once on a business trip, and then I was landing in Atlanta for like 2 hours. So I've not been to the States, no.
Hmm. Yeah, once you get here, you'll see all the people flashing their designer brands and stuff. But
Yeah.
and you said the company you're working with is in Dubai. Have you been there?
Yeah, we travel there a lot. Like last time, like we usually bring a lot of people, and that's something that's really exciting, because when you can travel to places with like the people that you really like love to travel with, it gives you much, much more. I've been doing some solo travels. I don't enjoy it that much, but when I joined together with like 50 people from my team, it's like we did like you can see it on YouTube. I think I uploaded like the last Dubai trip, just 2-minute overview, and we did like these like shirts with our logos on it and stuff, like business logos, and we did like a volleyball tournament, and then we went out in the safari desert, and then we go out and eat some good food, and then we go to the office because we have our offices in Dubai, and a lot of like fun stuff like that. So that I really, really enjoy.
Can you speak on Dubai a little bit more? Because it's a city that, from everything I've seen on social media, like it looks amazing and somewhere I would 100% want to travel to. I haven't
Yeah.
traveled nearly enough in my life. The only place I've been out of the USA is Croatia, and I am
Yeah.
my family has ties in Croatia, so that's why I went there, which was
Yeah.
an amazing experience, and I want to travel more. But Dubai looks like the city of this generation, where a lot of cities in the USA are last generation. So give me a little feel
Yeah.
of the vibe of Dubai.
Dubai is amazing. Like again, you see it on social media for what it is, and again, it's like it's no filter that can fix any bad city. So it's like it is what it looks as when it comes to social media. Of course, if you go to the coolest places and record the coolest places, of course you get some cooler videos. Some streets, if you take a taxi like 5 minutes the wrong way, it looks like the poorest country in Europe. But like in the nice places, the tourist places, the nice beach places and stuff like that is just amazing. And the thing that I realized about Dubai is the more you're there, the more contacts you make, the cooler places you find, right? And that's something that's really cool. Like for like 4 times I was there, or like 4 times, or what is it called? Like not the fourth time, but not the last time, but the second time. Yeah, same. One time I was in Dubai, I got like tipped from one of my friends there about this like application, and I was like, okay, what is this application? I downloaded it. It looks like a cult, right? It's like it's called the Secret Society. You find it in App Store, and I just found out that if you have that application and you get like approved on it because your social presence, your looks, your money, whatever, you get like free entrances on a lot of stuff, because a lot of bars, a lot of beach parties, a lot of like these kind of clubs, if they don't fill up all their seats, all their spaces, it looks a little bit bad, right? So they want like the last seats to be filled up by a little bit like semi-influencers, like cool people, good-looking people, business type of people. So then you get like a four-course meal completely for free, drinks, everything. So like the more you are in Dubai, the more stuff like that you hear about. Like you have to go there, you have to meet that individual, you have to go to eat there. Yeah, it's amazing.
So the networking sounds like a really good aspect of the city. How about
Yeah, I don't usually, like this year I've been drinking like once, and we're now in June, so it's like it's crazy to me because last year I was drinking a lot because I had different kind of circles. And the thing is that when I go to Dubai, like last year when I went to Dubai like 6 or 7 times, like if you go to like a good club and you go to the toilet, like when you're washing your hand, you can just see to the guy on the left, and you can just tell him like, yeah, what's up, why are you in Dubai? And he's going to answer like a genuine like he's going to answer business, influencer is going to answer like what he's working with or something. And I have yet to find something that's just like out of at a nice club saying, no, I'm just here for fun, I'm just here as a tourist. Like everyone, like, oh, we're launching our NFT project, we're doing this business, we're doing this, we're having a launch, we're here to network with people. Like it's so easy to get contacts, and it's so easy to collaborate in Dubai. It's amazing.
yeah, it seems like a lot of work is being done there. I think I just don't they have really big like tax incentives too for businesses there, or is there no tax at
Yeah.
all? I remember reading something about that.
Yeah, it was zero tax, and now it's like a little bit different when it comes to like if you make over this amount, you pay 10% and then 14% something. I have a friend that went there like as a resident just to get those kind of benefits and setting up their companies and stuff. And yeah, it's cool.
Anything else you wanted to definitely talk about? I could think of more questions to ask, I'm sure, but I want to make sure that if you had anything you wanted to really say, that you get to say it.
For me, I just really love like being the being 100% myself. And if it's some people watching this and really thinking about that they want to do something, just do it, because it's like zero reasons not to start something. I don't really care about what people start. If it is starting to go to the gym a little bit more, if it is starting that kind of theme page on Instagram just to some way down the route, like sell something. Like I have friends that made it in everything. If you have someone calling like one thing a scam or something, but you see other people succeed in it, it's like, no, it's not. Like trading, it works. Affiliate marketing, it works. Network marketing, it works. Real estate, it really works. E-commerce, it works. Agencies, it works. Like everything works if you work. And that's something that I really just stand behind and really love. So don't overthink it too much. if you have the opportunity to speak directly to people, for example, with your mindset, if you have people around on social media that actually you feel like, okay, these guys are actually a little bit genuine, and you have the opportunity to speak to them, really speak to them, because they really want to help. I don't think that anyone that really made it, like when it comes to like somewhat made it, they have somewhat freedom, they travel a little bit, they have a business running and stuff. They want to help people. If you don't want to help people, I don't know what you're doing. So really, really try to speak to people. That's a good advice.
Yeah, so a lot of the things you just said right there, I'm curious if the culture where you're from, which I think you said was Norway, right?
Yeah.
So, do like the older generation around you, do they appreciate and respect the work that you do since it's basically all online? And do they like see the value of that job? Obviously, like when you're successful, they're going to see the value, but before they begin that, I think things are switching in America now where it used to be like, what are you doing when you're doing that type of stuff? But then like people are
Yeah.
starting to see slowly that there's opportunity in it. So how is
Yeah.
that in Norway?
I think like a lot of people are super old school. If I tell people that like the government wants to keep you in a system, the schools is working like this, and I'm breaking down to the older generation like how things actually works, like just facts. Like I don't usually do these like conspiracy big things. Like I keep the so far away from it, because even though some of it is probably true, it's like people don't like it. But when you like strip down the facts, saying that the school system is super outdated and a lot of things like that, they usually not, they're like, no, 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 you have to get a job, you have to get a graduation. So on that, they're like really old school. But when it comes to like, let's say you go on LinkedIn as a platform for business and work, and if I post something there, I see a lot of like 40, 50-year-old especially guys that wants to learn a little bit, like how does it actually work? Because some people in my team, they're like 40, 50-year-olds. And why do they adapt to what I do? Because they see that I am the future. They're not the future, right? Like I am the future. You are the future. The people probably watching this, the average age of the people watching this, you guys are the future, right? So people older than you, they're adapting. And I remember this one phone call I did in like 2017, 2018. I called up a guy on LinkedIn because we spoke a little bit back and forth. He was like 60 something. And I just like straight up in the phone call, I told him, you have the money, right? You have the experience, but you don't have the time. I have the time, I have the energy, which you don't. I don't have the money and I don't have the experience. Let's exchange like the third thing. So I actually have the opportunity to work for you, talk with your people, maybe help you grow your money because you have a lot of money but don't know, maybe right. So that actually led into a really interesting business partnership, because he really wanted me to help him with some things. So if you speak to the older generations, don't neglect on it, don't stop it, don't oversee it. It's really important, but also some of it don't. You can listen, but don't adapt too much because they're a little bit outdated. Yeah.
Yeah, that was some fire bars in the middle there. It got me a little pumped up. The people who watch us are the future. Like seriously, people who want to be successful entrepreneurs and grow a business, and this is a new media. It's all podcasting, and I agree. But okay. So another thing I'm curious about is, so we first interacted on Threads, and
Yeah.
how do you feel about Threads as a? I mean, obviously it worked for us connecting, but is that the social media you're focusing on now more than any other?
So the thing about threads, like for everyone listening to this, like I said, I guess a lot of people are from the States at the moment listening to this, but also just worldwide. Like in Europe, you can't get it. So I just like made another Apple ID from the States and stuff like that. Really simple. So that's a quick tip for the people that's not on threads, and actually in Europe, it takes you 5 minutes.
I didn't even
Um,
realize it wasn't available in Europe. No.
yeah, it's not. So again, the way that I look at it, like I do a lot of outreach, not because I have to, but because I like to, right? Like, why do we speak? Yeah, because we like to reach out to people that have the same values. And the thing that I find a little bit hard when it comes to Instagram or Facebook Messenger is to find the people with the right values to reach out to collaborate, to the business, to introduce to what you do and stuff. Let's say you have an agency, right? You're just starting an agency. It's so popular these days. And the thing is that how can you find clients, right? And the thing that I realized with Threads, as I don't see like many other influencers talking about yet, if you genuinely go through the comment section of Alex Harmosi, that's like one of the comment sections that I've been like super active in at the moment, because that guy really crushed it in business before he became an influencer, and that's a really interesting concept. Gary Vee, for example, if you go to their comment sections, and you don't have to love them, but you have to like look at their comment sections, it's like 500 comments. And if you read the comments and you see someone providing more value and you like what they write, then you can go to their profile, click on their Instagram and contact them there. And you can actually say, hey, what's up? I just found you on Threads. I love your values. Let's connect. Maybe we can collab, right? Or maybe you actually love what we do. I have a business opportunity. Would you mind checking it out? I love your values on Threads. Let's connect. I love your values on Threads. Just crush it. And if you do that a couple of times a day, it's like you will get some, not just business partners, but you will get some friends. You can support each other. Maybe you have a new YouTube podcast, you have a new YouTube video. Maybe you can like each other's video, interact, share with some friends. Just give. You will always get back what you give. And yeah, Threads is a really amazing platform for that.
I agree, and I think that's the power of these new like algorithms with TikTok and now Threads, and they're
Yeah.
they're filtering you into the people that you would want to be around without you even knowing it. So if you're able to take advantage of that opportunity and like what you were doing, and I've just been commenting on a ton of people, like you were saying, Gary Vee, all these business accounts, all these mindset accounts, entrepreneur accounts, just sending comments through there and reaching out. And what you said is also really key, is how on Threads it links right to Instagram, because you can't direct
Yeah.
message on Threads yet, but you just pop right into that Instagram and send a quick DM and see like, hey, I just saw your comment on Threads, blah blah. Just get your foot in the door, start a conversation. That's massive. And
Yeah.
Facebook just launching this out of nowhere. I mean, what a crazy like. Obviously, you've seen probably all the Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg stuff going on.
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
on their way to another billion user social media platform. I wonder how long it'll take them to like make it available in Europe. I would imagine not that long.
No, I'll imagine that it is definitely on purpose, not just because of the service and stuff, but also because of the demand for it. So they like build up like this huge demand. Imagine like same with the blue ticks, right? It is in Australia. I don't know if it is in the States. I probably suppose that. And then yesterday actually it came to Denmark, right? And then Norway and Sweden are like, why are they being verified on Instagram? Like the blue mark and stuff, it costs like $20 per month, 15, 25, depending on your profile. And Norway don't have it yet. Like I got told from Meta that it is like in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it will come to us as well. And the only reason I will get verified on Instagram is not because of the flex, because it's not a flex anymore. It is because it's 20 people. And for all the people that's actually going to search up my name or already have done it, please don't DM the wrong individual. Please look at my views on my reels. Look at when I post them, so you actually see that it's the real me. Because a lot of people, they're faking my name, they're faking my profile photos, reposting my stuff, and then contacting people asking for investments and stuff, which I don't do. So it's, again, I'm going to be verified there just because it's only one person being verified, so all the fake accounts can just go and do something else.
Yeah, and it makes it like non-profitable. If a fake account could try to buy a blue check, but then they get found out, they lose $20 and they
Yeah.
can't do that forever. I think that's what Elon, I think he was the first one with Twitter to start this like pay for blue check mark type of thing, and not
Yeah.
just with the celebrities. Hopefully it works. There's been a ton of bots on these platforms for years now. It's like if you look at some of the top like business accounts, you look through their comments, it's like crypto, crypto. It's like all these different coins and people that are just trying to shill something. But hopefully
Yeah.
the verification helps with that. I don't know. Do you want to end it here? You want to say anything else?
Let's wrap it up. I think it's good. Like if people are still watching this, like genuinely, we know that you're going to make something out of your life. Like I have met 0 people in my entire life. Like I have a video of Jim Ron, for example. It's like 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. And I got sent that from one of my mentors in 2017. And I watched the entire thing like the first day that I found it. And after that, I have met 0 people that genuinely watches through everything that I send them that have not become successful within like 1 or 2 years, right? So if you genuinely look at this and you're watching like the entire way through, that means that you're actually going to accomplish something because you have the mindset of doing it. Or you're just like having this in the background of doing something completely different. And maybe I just woke you up right now and maybe you should watch it again. But if you take out some bits and some pieces of what we have been talking about, we haven't like sit and just like, okay, this is how you do things and this is how you do this and this is how you do that. Everything is told through stories, and that's what feels and really fuels your emotions, and that was makes you to take action. So genuinely, my life has changed in now 2.5 years. I've been doing business for way longer than that, but since I got into everything that I do today, like 2.5 years was the price that I had to pay in order to like help my parents, build my company, do a lot of different things. And if people like, you ask a 50-year-old man if 2.5 years is a short-term period of time, it is super short period of time, right? We are brainwashed into thinking like, I have to get success within a month or 3 months or else it's not worth it. If you spend 5 years, it's still worth it, because what else? You're going to take a master degree in the States and you're going to spend 5 years on that. And then you're going to do some apprenticeship, and then you're going to spend 3 years, and then you have 8 years, and then you're taking a job which is like $2,000-3,000 a month. And when are you ever going to get the freedom? Never. So instead of that, do your business, do everything you can to make something happen.
Well, I want to thank you, Tobias, for coming on. It was awesome getting to know you a little bit more. I think you provided like a ton of quotes and good wisdom for people who are going to watch this. Like, seriously, I think you are someone who people can look up to almost, even though you're young, and what you've accomplished so far already. And I can't wait to see what your company and you do for the rest of your life. And let's stay connected after this for sure.
Definitely. Thank you so much for everyone watching, and I'll catch you guys later.
Yep. Thanks so much. See you later.
Awesome.